we will discuss the distributed shared memory. The, dis- the distributed shared memory. Now, what we will discuss in this topic? We will discuss first the introduction, then we will discuss the definition part with diagram approach. Then we will discuss the advantages. What are the different advantages of the distributed shared memory? Then we will discuss the disadvantages. And then we will discuss the some questions. What are the different questions in the mind of the user and the programmer? So questions, and the last part is the implementation of the distributed shared memory. Implementations of the DSM means distributed shared memory. These all the things which we will cover in the today's video. Now, what is the introduction part? In the introduction part, the distributed shared memory means that lot of computer are binded to each other, and the lot of the computer are connected through a single network, and each computer has its own memory. So the all to the programmer, the memory which look appear like a single unit, so it is the it will call the distributed shared memory. Means, as we will see the diagramming approach, like it will be like something that it is a computer and it is its memory, or it may be the processor and it is the memory. It is the one computer. It may be the another processor and the memory. Means it is the P1 M1. It is the another processor P2. It is the memory of another processor computer, means M2. It is the another processor P3. It is the memory M3 memory. So there are the different computers. Means this is the one computer, this is the another computer, this is the another. There are the three different computers. And if the all the computer are connected through a single network, it is the interconnection network. So all the computer are on the same network. So the this diagram is looking very say part that the distributed shared memory is looks like this. Means this is the memory for the computer 1, this is the memory for computer 2, this is the memory for computer 3, and this is the distributed shared memory. Means a programmer when it is viewed by a programmer, it will looks appear like a single unit. It is the main definition and the diagrammic approach of the DSM. So if a programmer is seen from an outside world, then it will looks like a single unit. So it is the basic approach of the distributed shared memory. Now we will see the advantages of the DSM. So advantages of the DSM means distributed shared memory. What are the different advantages of the DSM, distributed shared memory? So first advantage is the system scalable. System scalable, this is the first advantage. Means we can spread, we can scale the system, we can add more systems if we want to use it. So it is the adding the systems we can use, we can add more computers. Second is the hide the message passing. Means we can hide the message passing. So from the distributed shared memory, it will hide the message passing, and we can exactly we can do all the things through very smoothly. Third advantage is we can simple extend to sequential programming. So we extend can extend to sequential programming. This is the third advantage of the distributed shared memory. Now, the fourth advantage is we can handle the complex data. Means handle the complex data. Or we can also say that we can handle the large amount of data also. So, we can handle the large data, and in this part we can also say that we can reduce the replication. So this is the important part. Through the DSM we can reduce the replication, so our system will work efficiently. Now we will go on the disadvantage part. So what are the different disadvantages of the DSM, distributed shared memory? So we will see the distributed shared memory has also some of the disadvantages. So we will discuss the different disadvantages. Now the first disadvantage is it has the some of the performances issues. So it may be possible that may incur a performance issue. Issue means we have the lot of computers, so it may be possible that it may be a some of the performance issue. So it is not a big thing. So if we have large amount of computer, then it will be a performance issue. The second is it will have some of the issues regarding the shared data handling. Means the shared data handling, because it shared the lot of the data. So shared data handling have some of the issues regarding the sharing log, regarding the sharing logs, different type of the logs. So if it will handle the shared data, or it is basically for the shared data, so it will having some issues regarding the sharing log. Now the third disadvantage is so little programmer control our actual message being generated. So the little programmer control over actual message being generated, our message being generated. So this is the third disadvantage. Now the fourth disadvantage is the performance of irregular problem. The performance of irregular problem. Basically in which field? Performance on irregular problem in particular may be difficult. In the we will discussing about the difficult part. So it may be its performance may be something, may be perform decreasing in the issues of the difficult part. So it is the related to the first issue. So it is the fourth issue and first issue are some of the relevance, but in the fourth part we are discussing about the difficult problems. So these are the basic advantage and the disadvantage part. Now we will discuss about the some of the questions which are the minds on the student and the programmers. So we will discuss about the questions. So what are the questions? So questions are that first question is the DSM is the DSM system is likely the DSM system is likely to be less efficient to be less efficient than a true shared memory system. Means it is basically that in a student or in a programmer it is seen that a programmer think that the distributed shared memory system is the less efficient than a simple shared memory system. Second question is a DSM system is likely to be less efficient than an explicit message passing system. Then an explicit message passing system. So it is the second question. The second question is in the programmer or the students in the mind that what a DSM system is likely to be less efficient than a explicit message passing system. The third question is what are the facilities must be provided in the implementation of the DSM? So the what are the facilities must be provided to implement a DSM, means distributed shared memory. So these are the some of the questions which will be in the mind of the programmer. So in the next part we will see the implementation part of the DSM. What are the requirement of the DSM? Means the implementation of the DSM system. This is the topic which we want to discuss. Now, it have the simple things. What are the implementation of the distributed shared memory? Means it will cover the hardware. Hardware means simple hardware which we are using, but with the simple hardware, it will also requirement of the special network interface. And also the cache coherence circuits. The cache coherence circuits. This is the in the hardware part. The second thing in the DSM implementation, the software part. Software part, software part means it will have some of the requirements of a software layer. Software layer will be we want to add the software layer between the software layer will be added between operating system and the applications So software layer will be added between the operating system and the applications. The software layer, we categorize the software layer into the three part. First part is the page based, in which we are using the virtual memory concept. Virtual memory concept. The second part is the shared variable approach. Shared variable approach. And the last one is the object based approach. Object based approach means we are implementing the DSM through the shared variable approach and through the object based variable approach. So we can implement the DSM through this. Means it will require the hardware, it will require the software. And in the software layer will be added between the operating system and the applications. And software layer will be implemented through the three methods. One is the page based, second one is the shared memory, and third one is the object based approach. So it all the concepts are the distributed shared memory. So in this lecture we have seen the different things like what is the introduction, what is the definition with diagramming approach, what are the different advantages. In the advantages we have seen the different 5 advantages, we have seen the different disadvantages, and we have seen the questions which are on the programmer expect, and last part is the implementation of the DSM. So it is all about the distributed shared memory. Thanks.